Hey, Star Fam! Oh, you know what? My hair is looking good. Good. I just put my I'll put it in my bathroom. But I have been using what? Aloe vera juice and olive oil. That's all I've been using from I got this aloe vera juice from Target and just regular extra virgin olive oil. That's all I've been using on my hair. And my curls are doing okay. My curls are doing okay because my stuff still hasn't arrived yet. So like all of my hair products are in transit. But yeah, and because I still have yet to like find a hair store out here. So I've just been like aloe vera juice and olive oil. Here we go. Not bad. All right, you better celebrate yourself. Don't wait for nobody else to do it. What's up, family? How we doing? Hey, Kismeen, what's up? Hey, Black Lavender. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Denard. What's up, Alicia? Hey, JL. Thank you. Hey, Midwife Crystal. You guys know I tell you all the time, I have like a little screen here on StreamYard. So I never know what I really look like because I can't blow it up before I like hop on here. So when I hopped on here, I was like, oh, okay, the curls is looking good because I just sprayed it. I just sprayed it with my little concoction. And I'm loving it. I'm loving the fullness. I love it. I love it. What's up, Glow Popper? Glow Popper said, I would love to know what Mark the Shark actually eats on a regular other than goldfish. You know, Lindsay said he eats, what does he eat? Chicken fingers. She said he's a chicken fingers guy. Hey, Bernie. Guys, my cousin is here. Hey, Bern. If you're into fishing, my cousin Bern has his own YouTube channel, and he teaches the A's and B's and 1, 2, 3s of fishing. He's all about it. A huge expert. If you want to know anything about it, if that is your thing, please go follow my cousin. Thank you for being here, Bern. What's up, Lisa? Lisa said, hey, Nikki, got here just in time to join you fine folks this here live. Thank you all for being here. Hey, Camille. Thank you so much. Yes. Chicken fingers and fries. And there's nothing wrong with chicken fingers and fries. But for somebody like Lindsay, who is just, Miss World, right? She's Miss World Market. She just eats from all over and she wants Mark to try different things. I get it, right? But I honestly feel like that if Mark says that he doesn't do something or eat something, it's like Lindsay immediately judges him instead of just exposing him to it, right? When he said he didn't eat pineapples, you don't eat pineapples? Like, girl, just say you don't eat pineapples? Do you not like it? Or because I make a mean pineapple margarita or something, you know what I mean? Like, if you want your husband to do things that you like or that you like to do or try things that you try, there is a way of introducing that to him without shaming him. She does that often. She shames and belittles him often. Hey, Cordelia, what's up? Of course, fam. Of course. Of course. Hey, Alicia. Alicia said, hey, Nikki, so excited to catch you live. Thank you for being here. What's up, TT? Oh, thank you all for being here. So before I get into it, what did you guys think about this episode? It definitely gave filler episode. And I think the reason why this was a filler episode, because next week, Dr. Pepper and Olajuwon go at it. So I think they just like gave us a little filler episode because they're going to give us all the meat and potatoes tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Stephanie, where's my clicker? Oh. Stephanie, thank you so much. Stephanie sent your girl a super chat. Oh, I thought you had a comment, but it was just a super chat. Thank you so Steph. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for all of the support. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. That'll go to my hair products fund because I have no problem with Target. Shout out to Target. Thank you for having a black hair textured hair section, but I need a hair store. I need a hair store. Target can only do but so much. I need a hair store, and I also need to find a place where I can get aloe vera leaves from. I think maybe because I lived in LA, aloe vera leaves was just everywhere. It's really hard to find them in Georgia. It's really hard. I'm like, am I going to have to order like a box from Amazon? I'm probably going to have to do that. Probably like order a box from Amazon, cut it up, and just put freeze them, blend it, freeze it, put it in cubes, and maybe that's what I'm going to have to do. Thank you again, So Steph. Glow Popper said this episode was boring. It gave a little something, but it was definitely a filler. Hey, Daphne. Daphne said Lindsay treats Mark like her mother treats her. So sad. Yeah, absolutely. And Mark treats Lindsay like he treats his mother. Like, you can tell that Mark is a caretaker. You can tell that Mark is the kind of guy who just, I'll do it, don't worry. And he just takes care of it. He apologizes all the time, even though he doesn't want to or probably doesn't feel that way. He just wants to fix it. We have a fixer and we have a ball buster, basically. TT said this episode wasn't giving to me. Yeah, it was a filler. Very dry. Hey, Camille. Camille said, to be honest, Noi is starting to get on my nerves. Me too. I can't believe I'm here with Noi. I cannot believe, because I be riding for her because I'm like, Steve, what's going on with the job? But Noi is annoying. I'm sorry. Camille also said, I hate to say it, but she seems a little childish. Absolutely. Like, not ready for this process. I think she wanted to get married, but I think that now that she's in it, she probably, because she keeps on saying she needs space. You're married. That space stuff ends. Like, you can take a minute, but you got to get back to each other. Like, you just can't, go to your own apartment and live your life. I don't think she's ready. I think she wanted to do this. I think she wanted to be married. I think she got into a marriage and realized that maybe she needed a little bit more time. Midwife Crystal said, I can't wait for our girl Pep to put Olajuwon in his place. Absolutely. Listen, that's why they gave us this episode, because next week, that's the one that's going to blow up Twitter. Midwife, is this just your name, or are you actually a midwife? If so, please hit me up on Instagram, because I want to talk to you about some things. Not for me, guys. It's about something that I want to do for you guys. So if you are, hit me up on Instagram, please. Thank you. Burn said Mike is in the friend zone. I don't think he's ever getting out. What's up, Ajubi? How are you? Nothing better. And I say this as someone who used to take an hour to drive to Inglewood. And not like Inglewood was that far, but I didn't live in Inglewood, so I would drive to Inglewood on the weekends, and baby, that was a drive, right? So it was like 40 to 45 minutes getting there, an hour getting back. But I drove all the way to Inglewood to the hair store to get everything that I need. I would drop a lot of money because I didn't want to keep on doing that drive, so I would get stuff that I needed for like 3 months because I hated that drive. But I love Inglewood. I would make a day out of it. Oh, Makeup Addict said, I'm tired of Lindsay. I'm tired of her wardrobe while we're here. Makeup Addict, can we talk? Because I don't know what Lindsay's wardrobe is. I really, really don't know. Like, Lindsay's wardrobe is just all over the place. Sometimes it gives Mrs. Frizzle, and then the next thing you know, it gives, Melanie Griffith in Working Girl. Like, what? It's so much going on with the style. It changes all the time. Probably like her, her style is a lot like her feelings toward Mark. Just all over the place. Whole Foods. How far is the Whole Foods from me, though? Right now, the closest thing to me is a Target and a Publix. I have to Google that. I think when I was driving around, I saw a Sprouts. That might be it, too. Makeup Addict said, I think Noi is childish, but I also don't understand, when does he become a secret millionaire when his own family called him a vagabond? Is the bar that low? Steve got to start talking. He has to, about his money, because I'm with Noi. I'm very, uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable about his financial status. Kimberly said, I really wish Yasmina and Michael will work. I love them, right? When they get along, they're great. When they don't, duck for cover. Duck for. Oh, okay. Please hit me up, Midwife Crystal. Please hit me up on Instagram. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, I just mentioned Sprouts. Okay, I'll check that out. I will check that out. We have talked long enough, introduced each other, talked about the episode. Let's get into the episode. First, let's start off with Mark and Lindsay. Mark the Shark and our girl Lindsay, Eat, Pray, Love. Lindsay, I will say at the beginning of this episode, I was with Lindsay. Like I was really with Lindsay on this one because I feel like Mark is just going through the process with her. I don't think that he's all in. I think he's going through the motions, and I think that she knows that. And I think that's why she's pulling away, right? Because she's just like, he's not clear on anything with me. Like he says he wants to do something, I am all in, I do it with them, and then he just he walks away from that. Like, because this episode she was talking about how he changes his mind all the time, how he wants to do something, she supports him in that, and then he changes his mind and he does something else. So I absolutely understand where she's coming from, and I was with her there. I also think that when she said, because she's for like the last 3 episodes, I was 99% in, but now I'm at 1%. Like now she's at the 1%. And I think with Mark giving what he's been giving, which he was never all in, right? And then Lindsay now at 1%. These two are just in a place where they either gotta walk away or just stick it out for the next 4 weeks. But there just won't be any growth because Mark is just not going to grow anymore. And Lindsay just does not want to put in any more effort. So what has to happen is that at least if Lindsay could meet Mark at the 50 and then Mark could go up to the 99, these two could probably work. But I just feel like Mark was a fan of the show like Lindsay. And I think he really wanted to be on and he finally got on. And I feel like he is more excited about the process and going through the process than he is with being with Lindsay. Because if I was Lindsay in this situation, I would not think that he would say yes on decision day. Because Mark he just does not seem to be where she's at. And I feel like no matter how many arguments and conversations that they have, he's just, not, I won't say he's quicksand, but I will say he's sand. He's the beach, right? He's not that solid. You just don't really know where he's at. And I say that by watching this, right? So Lindsay, who lives with this man, if she's saying that, then obviously she kind of knows where he will be at the end of this. And I think she just doesn't want to put any more effort and be embarrassed on decision day. That's where I think she is. Let's talk about this cat picture. The ghetto, right? So Mark wants to, have a cat picture with him and Lindsay. Right before the cat photographer comes over, Mark and Lindsay get into a little argument, like they always do. And Lindsay just she admits that she just does not feel wanted by Mark, right? So Lindsay decides that she doesn't want to raise her voice. And I'm glad that she did this. She decided that she doesn't want to raise her voice. She doesn't want to get upset with him. And also, I'm glad that she walked out because normally when she gets at this point, she emasculates him, right? So I'm glad that she did not do that. I'm glad that she just walked away, right? But we got to be honest here. It was a little stunt. Because she knew the cat photographer was coming over. And I think when she left, somebody from production went with her and sent her back up to that apartment. So while I guess somebody in production is trying to convince Lindsay to come back and film the rest of the scene, Mark is sitting there with the cat photographer and he's just like, she left. So it's just me and the kids, like really awkward and uncomfortable. And the cat photographer's like, oh, okay, we'll just shoot you then. Right. So he gets all the cats together. And while he's taking pictures, Lindsay walks in disgusted. And Lindsay is disgusted because she wanted Mark to chase her when she left. I get where Lindsay's coming from, but I'm just like, honey, you married a stranger. If you want him to chase you, You have to tell him. You put on your jacket, you shake your keys, you get to the door, you walk halfway out, and you turn around and you say, oh, you're not going to come get me? You're going to have to say that to him because he don't know you. You guys have not been dating for years where he knows, here goes Lindsay. Let me go out and get her because this is what she wants me to do. But that's what you wanted. You got even more angry when he didn't follow you. And then you got even more pissed when you walked in and you saw that he went alone with the cat photography picture without you. So you have to express these things because you two do not know each other. Your communication is garbage. And they're in this marriage like, oh, well, you should know this and you should know that. That's impossible. You guys are strangers. You're never going to know everything about each other until you all are with each other for at least 6 or 7 years, right? So it's just not going to happen. So anyway, she comes in and she sees Mark with the cats. Mark is unbothered. And that's the worst thing for a man to do, to be unbothered when a woman is mad at him. So her face gets red. And she goes in the room and she looks at the cat photographer. She's just like, you could just deal with him. I'm not going to do this, and closes the door. So then you hear the producer go, can you just give them a minute? Report. So this is a 2-bedroom apartment, it seems. And so the rooms are over here. So there's really nowhere for the cat photographer to go. So she's like, oh, sure, I'll give them a second. And she just takes her camera and she just backs up into the hallway. So she's still there while all of this mess is going on. So while the cat photographer is hiding in the hallway, Mark and Lindsay are having a conversation about their relationship, wide open in the kitchen, while the cat photographer is in the hallway. So Lindsay is just like, I don't want to do this. I don't like you. I don't want to be around you. And Mark is like, well, that's fair. But the cat photographer is here. And, we should take these pictures. And Lindsay's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to take anything with you. I don't like you. Do I want to take a family photo with you? And I don't like you. And he's just like, let's just take the photo. And then Lindsay goes, do you want me to take the photo, the family photo? And he's like, yeah, I want you to take the family photo. And I'm like, Mark, that's not how you do it, right? Because that's what she wants. She wants him to say, Lindsay, absolutely. You're my wife. This is our family. I want you to be in this family photo. I want you to be here. I don't want you to leave. I want to work this out so me and you can make it to decision day. But Mark is just so matter of fact about it. I'm like, you can't pick it up. You can't pick up that this woman wants to be wanted by you. Like, Mark, all of his social cues is just out the door. So then he finally, he's like, yes, Lindsay, I want you to be a part of the photo. And Lindsay's like, oh, I'll do it, but I'm only going to do it for you. So then they sit down, the cat photographer comes out, and she's just like, you guys ready? Like she has not been there the whole time listening to this mess. And guys, we only saw 3 minutes. You have no idea how long they were there, probably going back and forth, then getting production to try to keep Lindsay inside to have this conversation with him. But the whole time, this freaking photographer is just sitting there listening and uncomfortable. Poor lady is so uncomfortable. I'm so glad that she's a true professional and her pictures turned out to be really good. But my God, today, how awkward and uncomfortable. So then they take pictures with the cats or whatever. And then after they're done taking pictures with the cats, looking like a happy family, Lindsay scoots all the way over to the end of the couch. And the photographer is just like, do you two want to take pictures together? I think the production told her to do that because that lady was so uncomfortable. She had been, Lord knows how long she has been there while these two are going back and forth about their marriage and their relationship and wanting each other. I knew she was ready to leave. So for her to ask them if they wanted to take pictures together, that was a setup. That was a setup because then Lindsay goes, not even looking at her or him. Then Lindsay goes, if he wants to take the pictures. Girl, you want to take the pictures with him, right? You want him to say, please, Lindsay, can you be in the pictures? Like she just wants to be babied by Mark and fawned over by Mark, but you don't tell him. And I know, especially as a woman, you don't want to tell a guy to fawn over you. But if you are in this quickie marriage that everything is sped up, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to tell him that that's what you want, especially with a guy like Mark, because he is the kind of guy that you have to tell him what you need, what you want, because he's just going to be going off in la la land, not knowing until you snap. And then he's like, what happened? I don't know. What did I do? You know what I mean? So they take their family photos and then Mark is just like, well, this is what Lindsay does, right? She powers through it. She acts like everything's okay, and then as soon as whatever activity that we need to do is done, she goes back to that attitude. And I just don't know if we can deal with that or get past it. But I feel like if they are going to work, Mark has to let Lindsay know that he wants to be with her and he wants to work this out. He not only has to tell her, he has to show her. I think the cat photography picture, I think that was a good step, but I think he needs to do a bit more because Lindsay feels like that she's done so much and he's done nothing. So he's going to have to like outdo himself. He's going to have to go the extra effort because Lindsay has fully checked out of this process. So if it's going to work, Mark got a lot of work to do. Yikes. Kat and Olajuwon. Oh God, this couple. It's the rumors that they are still together is just really upsetting. They're not a good match. I think that the experts set her up with the toxic kind of guy from her past, right? The men that she should have gotten away with. I think they set her up with that in Olajuwon. And it's really unfortunate because Kat doesn't deserve that. She just does not deserve a guy like him. So anyway, they make up. Kat forgives him. And they make up. But before that, she went to talk. And I think they all live in the same, I think they all live in the same apartment complex. But anyway, she goes to talk to Yasmina and Mike about what happened, and she's still really emotional. She's still breaking down. She's still crying. Yasmina is now super best friend, right? She's on 10 because she was just like, she's not a crier. So the fact that she is crying is upsetting me. So now she got her eye on Olajuwon. So I don't know how that's going to change the dynamic of their relationship. But Mike was really trying to I think he was really trying to keep them together. He even talked to Olajuwon, tried to counsel him. And I just think that Olajuwon is just bullheaded, right? I think he sees things the way he wants to see things, and he's not going to change. Even when he sat down with his coach, right? How him and his coach was talking about, Olajuwon was just like, well, he's this guy, and you just gotta deal with it. Like, he just doesn't change. This is Olajuwon. Well, the Olajuwon that Kat, his current wife, is meeting is breaking her down and making her cry every day. So there needs to be some kind of adjustments. And even in a marriage or relationship, whatever, there is compromise, there is adjustments, there is change. Olajuwon doesn't want to do any of that. But he wants Kat to morph herself into this wife that he has created in his mind. It's completely unfair, right? So she decides to forgive him. And I kind of think that Kat is doing a Mark the Shark, but with a lot of effort. I think that if Mark the Shark gave the amount of effort that Kat gives to Olajuwon, if he gave that to Lindsay, I think they'd be in a great place, because Kat keeps on giving Olajuwon chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, keeps on forgiving him, keeps on adjusting herself. And it's like, for what? Because he'll find something else to be upset with her about. But for now, at this moment, they're in a good place. And I was really, disappointed that she forgave him so quickly, but that's Kat. I hope that she's just doing it to get through the process, and that even if they are together, that she is demanding more and from Olajuwon in that marriage. I will say I was also a little disappointed in her friend who she met with this episode, because they were so focused on how hot they thought Olajuwon was. And I'm just like, do you hear what your friend is talking about? Like, do you hear what she's saying about him? Like, you're giving her pep talks to say with Olajuwon. I wish she would not have showed her friend Olajuwon before she told her everything that happened, because from the moment her friend saw that picture of Olajuwon shirtless, weird. Can we talk about how that was weird? She was like, can I see a picture of him? And Kat showed her a picture. She was like, oh, can I see a shirtless picture? No. Weird, right? It was real weird for me. But after she showed her that shirtless picture, all of a sudden Olajuwon could do no wrong. Kat, stay woke. Stay woke. Because even if you think that there's no way that he would do anything with her, Arnold Schwarzenegger's his baby mama. Nobody would have thought. Because truth be told, she looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. His I feel like every time I say his name, it's a racial slur. Forgive me, but his baby mama, his housekeeper that he cheated on, no shade. She looks like him. Like they look like each other. She looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger with like a 3B wig on, because she got that real curly hair. If you put like a 3B curly like 14-inch wig on Arnold Schwarzenegger, N-word, twins. Twins, right? I know Maria Shriver could not believe that this was the side chick. Stay woke, cat. Anyway, Yasmina and Mike. Yasmina and Mike. Guys, I like them, but I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. I will say I like the fact that they had a really good time this episode, right? Wasn't it a breath of fresh air to just see them getting along? And I thought that there was going to be a little something, right? Especially when they were doing the cooking segment. They were just having a really good time. She was, coming up behind him, looking at, watching him make the food. And I thought that something was going to happen. But obviously, nothing happened, because next week she's talking about that she's still not, attracted to Mike like that. But listen, we know that these two will not make it. I'm just glad that we had an episode where they are not quietly fighting, because even though they're quiet when they fight, their fights are brutal. I would never be with a man like that. Don't you disrespect me. I didn't disrespect you. You disrespected me. Why would you treat me like I can't stand you? I don't want to be with you. And yet, like, the whole time, like, are they fighting? Like, what is going on? But I'm just glad that they were getting along this episode, and it seemed like they were both having fun. Praise the Lord. We know they won't make it to decision day. They both are very, open about how, I don't know if I'm going to say yes. We know. Mikey, Yasmina, we already know. Y'all not saying yes. It's okay. Just have fun. Just have fun. It was really good to just see them having a good time this episode. Noi and Steve. I'm Team Steve. Even though he unemployed, I'm Team Steve. Because I see Steve making efforts. I don't see Noi making any efforts, right? And I think that although I'm with Noi, with Steve needing to be clear about his, how he's going to be doing work, what's going to happen with that. Although I can agree with her on that, I don't like how she treats him because he works part-time. I don't like that, because just because Steve works part-time does not mean that you don't have to do anything to help take care of the home. Like, we see Steve making a huge effort to be a good husband to Noi. First of all, let's start off with Sushi. When we met Steve, he let us know he's not a dog person. He didn't want Sushi to even move into the home with him and Noi. He didn't like that. He said, I don't want the dog on the, the couch or anything. Oh, wait, let me do Steve's face. Don't he do that? I love it. He's a cutie. Anyway, he was saying that he doesn't want, the dog on the couch, and he doesn't want, dog hair everywhere. You could tell that he doesn't want, he's not a pet person. And that's just not the kind of household that he wanted to have. But then you fast forward to now, he's buying matching sets for the whole family, buying a leopard shirt for him, buying a leopard dress for Noi, buying a little leopard pet shirt for Sushi, trying to do something cute like that, and really taking care of Sushi, walking Sushi, cleaning Sushi, not because he wants to, not because he even likes it, but because he loves Noi. And that is him showing her that he cares for her, and because he loves and cares for her, he loves and cares for Sushi, because she knows how much that she loves Sushi. So that's Steve doing his best, right, to let her know that he's all in. Then him and Noy have a conversation because Steve is a little upset because he's just like, I take care of everything in the home and Noy does not help. So he has a conversation. They're sitting down eating or whatever. And she says to him, well, the bathrooms weren't clean. And Steve goes, oh, okay, well, we can split the chores. I do one bathroom, you can do the other bathroom, which makes sense. She's like, oh, no, because, I don't like to clean the toilet bowls. But you like to defecate in them. You like to piss in them, so you need to clean them as well. Like, excuse me. And we all know that if the roles were reversed, if a guy was talking to, if Steve was talking to Noy like that, Twitter would be up in flames, okay? Probably not this episode because Twitter has a main character. They got something else they're going to be talking about for a minute. But let's be real about the situation, right? So Steve says, well, let us both do it so we can both knock it out the park. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, not even like a discussion. No, I'm not doing that. You could do that. I don't like to clean the toilet bowls. And then that's how this grown woman is talking to her husband. And then he's like, well, okay, let's compromise then. He's always doing this. He's always compromising. He's like, well, let's compromise then. If I do that, you walk sushi. No, I'm not walking sushi. You can walk sushi. That's your damn dog. You can't walk sushi while he's cleaning the bathrooms. I can't get with Noy. I cannot get with Noy on that one. And then Noy meets with, later she meets with Sriracha. And she tells Sriracha about, her and Steve, having a little disagreement about the cleaning up the toilet bowls, right? She clearly leaves out that Steve also makes every meal, right? And I honestly understand her probably not wanting to cook for Steve because she botched his noodles the last time and that almost broke them up. Remember when she left the home because he made a comment about her leaving his noodles on for too long? So she left and then she started side dissing him on Facebook. How old is Noy? So anyway, she talks to Sriracha about that, and Sriracha is always very negative and nasty when it comes to Steve. And I'm like, Noy, what are you telling Sriracha about Steve? Because why is this always Sriracha's stance? Sriracha the whole time is just like, well, he ain't got no job, so he can't say nothing, girl. He can't say nothing. Well, what did he do? No, he don't got no job. What? Like, are you telling Sriracha any good things about Steve? Or are you just, when you call Sriracha, you're just complaining to them about what Steve did that you didn't like? Because there's a lot of great qualities about Steve. And I don't think that Noy is feeding Sriracha those good things. I think Noy is only calling Sriracha to complain because every time Noy meets with Sriracha, or even when Noy met with Steve, it was just always some kind of hostility. And I just don't understand where that's coming from if y'all don't hang out like that. We've only seen you twice. So if you guys don't hang out like that, why do you have such a nasty disposition about Steve? The common denominator here is Noy. Yikes. Not good because he's a good guy. I will say this though. Steve is unclear. Steve is unclear if he can not even financially support the family, but financially contribute. All he says is that he can, right? Noy is asking for proof. Noy is asking for specifics. Like, can she see a check stub? You know what I mean? Like, can she see a bank account, or just give her a roundabout number? But I understand her not wanting to give up her apartment to move into Steve's apartment because Steve is just very unclear about how he can survive outside of this process. He works part-time, get that, right? But we all have to understand everything right now that they are doing is being paid for. They still go to work and they still, are able to, make their own money or whatever. But just like Mark the Shark, like Mark doesn't want to say that his job put him on desk duty, home desk duty, because what he is required to do with the show, the amount of times that he's required to film, is not conducive for his job. They're like, you just can't come in and out. We need you consistently. So for right now, we won't fire you. We'll put you on, at home desk duty so you can film your little show. Right? Everybody else is able to work or do their own thing, but there's still adjustments that has to be made with the work concerning the show. So right now, the show is paying for their food, paying for their transportation concerning filming, and also paying for their housing. So Steve is like, when this process is over, I want you to move in with me. Noi is like, I'm not comfortable with that because I just don't know if we're going to be financially stable with you not working. I hear her. Well, at least with you working part-time. Because from what I've seen, Steve has not been clear for me. He has not been clear if he can do that. So I get her not wanting to give up security for insecurity. That's what Steve is, a great husband. The provision is where he's shaky because he's not clear with Noi if he can do that. He says that, but she needs proof. And I understand that. I absolutely understand that. If you want me to give up my home, I need to know that the home that you want me to move in is taken care of. Or how much do I have to contribute? Like, she wants to know these things, and I'm there. I agree with her on that. I think she needs to totally abandon her attitude towards Steve taking care of anything, taking care of everything within the house. Because even she said, she was just like, I'm working all day. You're at the beach, or you're doing this, so you're not really doing a lot. So if I'm working all the time, you can take care of everything within the home. That's not fair. Why does he have to clean up after you because he works part-time? Now, if he is he working part-time and making more, then he could say, well, I make more money, so you need to do more stuff because I'm paying, I could pay for everything. And then if I'm paying for everything, what do you need to be working that job for all the time? So maybe you could take some time off and start taking care of things in the home. Like, he could pull that card too if he makes more money than Noi. I think Noi has a really terrible idea of Steve because of that one thing, which is a big thing, right? Financial insecurity. It's a big thing, but that does not define him wholly. He is a really, dare not I say, one of the best husbands on the show, or the entire show. From what I've seen, he's a really good guy, and I'm just like throwing him away because he's not clear because of financial insecurity. I think it is a factor. I don't think it's enough for her to treat him like that, and she treats him poorly, and it's not fair. But I will say this, Steve, you are not selling yourself in the financial area well, right? Because when you're playing toss the football, whatever y'all call it, catch with Mark the Shark, you're just like, I need to know why she wants me to get a full-time job, because I can, but I don't want to, because then that takes away from my creative freedom. To do what? What are you doing? Why do you need all this creative time? Like, what are you doing? Are you playing Candy Crush? Are you in a boy band? Like, are you Picasso on the side? Like, why do you need all this creative freedom? Not saying that he don't need it, but what do you need it for? He's never mentioned why he needs all this creative freedom. Never mentioned it. But he's like, I'm bummed because if I have to do a 9 to 5, I won't have all this creative freedom. I won't be able to make her all her meals. I won't be able to take care of the house and all this stuff. I get that. But the creative freedom part, that's a big, like, what if and murky area, because he does not explain what that is. And then he says, I could get a full-time job. I'll be sad about it, but I need to know why she wants me to do that. Is it because she wants to have nice things? Yes. Is it because she wants to live in a big house? Yes. That's why she wants you to have a 9 to 5 job, because she wants you to make good money so that she can live in a nice house, feel secure, have her kids, feel secure that they'll all be taken care of, feel secure that when you have all of these things, you guys can go out to a nice restaurant and it's not a big deal. You can get her something nice. She can get you something nice. She wants to live a comfortable life. I think Noi has been clear about that. I don't think Steve has been clear about if he can afford that. And that's my only issue with him. The bulk of my issues are about Noi and how she treats him, because it's unfair. He's not a bad guy. You don't need to treat him like that or talk about him like that, because the way Sriracha reacts to everything that to talk to, not only meeting Steve but talking about Steve, is a direct result of what Noi has said to Sriracha about Steve, and that is not there. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I've been talking long enough. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. Let me. Hey Sasha. Sasha said Steve should have went the Merla road and tell Noi, how did you take care of the dog before? Well, you should do that. Listen, Steve gonna have to stand up to her at some point. And I think he does, but I think he does it in a way where he tiptoes, because Noi is very sensitive and he's afraid that she'll leave him again and then she'll hop on Facebook, write and post some little cryptic text, some cryptic little post that's about Steve. Because even that Instagram post that he saw where she was like, one day you will find out when you know better, you do better, something like that. And he's like, is this about me? I hate the fact that every time she posts something, he's on edge because he doesn't know if that's how if she's posting that for somebody else, or if she's posting that to sneak diss him, because that is her behavior. Noi, you're not treating them fairly. I don't think that anybody's going to make it, to be quite honest with you. I think the only couple that will make it is Kat and Olajuwon, and that makes me sad, because that's the one couple I don't want to make it. But I think we're not going to get matches. I don't think we're going to have good results at the end again. How many seasons would, like, if we don't 12, 13, and 14, my God, today, if 14 has no matches, yikes. If none of the couples make it on season 14, oh my goodness, that Married at First Sight Twitter account is going to be fighting for their lives on Twitter if on decision day ain't nobody together. Girl! Glow Popper said, from the way Lindsay acts on After Party, I'm almost 100. She and Mark didn't stay together. I would agree with that. And from the way Olajuwon acts and speaks about Kat on the After Party, I can 1,000% assure you that they're still together. Oh, the one couple I ain't want to work. I ain't want to work. Hey, Alicia. Alicia said, Lindsay appeared to dress in the same color of the cats. She loves them cats so much, I wouldn't be surprised if she coordinated that. I think so too, makeup addict. And I think Lindsay knows. I think she knows. I don't think he likes her. I don't. The photographer did. Like, who would handle a situation like that? I would be like, yeah, take your time. Because she probably get paid hourly. You know what I mean? I don't think this show blocked her out for the day. I think they blocked her out for like 5 hours because they thought that this was going to be quick. So when you do something like that, right? When you're bringing on somebody who is just going to be like a day player, and for a certain scene, you don't block them out for the whole day. You block them out for like up to 5 to 6 hours, because that gives you time to get them to set, get them to hair and makeup, get them, in front of the cameras, get their lighting, get them to sign their contract and their NDAs and all of that stuff, get them mic'd up, get them in the scene, see if stuff works, see if stuff doesn't work, and then send them over to Crafty to have lunch or whatever time, lunch or dinner or breakfast, whatever time they got there, set up everything else with the stars of the show, make sure they're ready. Then you bring them back. So they've been there at this point about 3 hours. You shoot their scene, give them an extra hour just in case something goes wrong, and then you send them home. I guarantee you this cat photographer stayed there more than 5 hours. I guarantee you. So they absolutely had to pay over what she was contractually obligated to do. So I wouldn't mind either. I'd be like, sure, no problem. Take your time. Because she knows she's getting paid. She did handle it well, though. Candace says, Lindsay gets mad and treats him like craps and says horrible things and expects him to be sweet to her. I would have left weeks ago. I think he mentally checked out weeks ago, but I think that Mark is a huge fan of the show. He's been wanting to do this. He's auditioned like 3 times. They had him for last season. It didn't work out, and now they have him here. He's a huge fan. He wasn't going anywhere, even if he was miserable. Especially now, his house is full of termites. Oh, Lindsay said roaches. Remember that? I helped you clean up your house full of roaches. Child. So, he has a home that he doesn't have to pay for. His job hours have been cut. Food is being provided for him. Food and transportation is being provided for him. I wouldn't leave that situation either. Daphne says Katina is a pushover, and I hate that for her. I hate that for her. Black Lavender said Olajuwon do too much. He does the absolute most. Glow Popper said, why, for my own peace of mind, I choose to believe that Cat is no longer in that situation, and I will hold on to that hope with a death grip. Hold on to it for me as well. Black Lavender said, I don't want to be nowhere on the same road as Yasmina. I'm not from Boston. Who's from Boston? Is Boston like Philly and New York? Because you really don't need a car in either of those places. Like especially New York. The train goes everywhere. In Philly, the train and bus, we have several trains and buses, they go everywhere. A lot of places like that who have like public transportation, a lot of people don't know how to drive. I didn't know how to drive until I moved out to LA because I went from Philly to New York. You don't really need a car. So is it like that? Let your girl know. Sasha said they're the last people who should conceal anyone about communication. Where are the experts? I'm telling you guys, this show needs a Iyanla Vanzant. They really, really, really do. Iyanla, Dr. Pepper, and Pastor Kyle will be a great trio. Hey, Caroline said, I'm sorry, but I would never ask any of my friends to show me a shirtless pic of their husband. Wasn't that weird? It was so weird. Can I see a pic of him? Of course, like that's normal. Yes, because she wasn't at the wedding and she had never seen him before. Yes, I'll show you a pic. Now show me a shirtless pic of your husband. How do you say that? Weird. Go look at his side chick, his baby mama. It's the truth. It's the truth. TT said, am I the only one who realized that Yasmina didn't even comfort her friend when she was crying? She was just looking at her. I will tell you, I noticed that, right? But the way Yasmina was in the confessional, I think that Yasmina probably had more to say when the cameras were not there. Yasmina was heated. I could see that she was heated. And I think because they're all not Mike. I don't think Mike is a part of that clique, but Kat, Yasmina, and Olajuwon are still friendly to this day. So I think that she, one, didn't want to embarrass her friend. Two, didn't want to embarrass or, say anything negative about Olajuwon, who she seems to really have a good relationship with. But I think on the side, without the cameras, I think she told Kat what's up. Hey, it's Kima. Kima says she works full time and he's sleeping all day. She is the only one making money. He should cook and clean while he is unemployed. When he starts working, they should split chores. But I thought he said that he works part-time. Is that not true? I thought he works part-time. Sasha said Noy's personality is such a turn off. I just can't believe I'm here with her. I thought she was sweet as pie when we met her. She got a little nasty disposition. Absolutely. Roommates from Craigslist energy. Absolutely. Steve is choosing to be a bum. He's just not clear. I'm like, Steve, what are you talking about? Do you have a trust fund? Did you get a huge settlement? Are you living off of that? Like, why are you choosing to work part-time? I will say this. I hated my 9 to 5 job, right? I hated it. Well, not just my any job. Excuse me. I hated working 9 to 5. I don't like it. I'm a part-time girl. That works for me. So I get it. I like creating my own schedule. I get that. I totally understand that. However, you cannot be somebody's husband and be on shaky ground financially. That's not it. That's not it. And I don't know why he doesn't understand that. I just, from the way his family talks about him as well, I'm like, is there really money? They call him a vagabond. They said that he will live in a van down by the river. That's not a husband. It's Kima said, then he says he pays 3 times expenses. They have no joint expenses. He pays 3 times. He pays his personal rent and bills. So yeah, so I think what he's talking about is his apartment that he kept, because they only have them living together for the time of the show. So I don't think it would be wise for any of them to leave their places. But how was he paying this stuff? Thank you, Alicia. Steve says he has a savings, but I don't see it. Right? Like he's not clear for me. And I understand Noy. I wouldn't give up my apartment either, from the way we have seen Steve communicate. And the thing about it is, Steve is a great communicator. He is an amazing communicator. But when it comes to his finances, he is just very vague. And you can't be vague about that. Exactly. Sasha says stay at home doesn't mean housekeeper. You wouldn't even be this rude to a housekeeper. Or would she? Or would she? She's starting to show a very nasty side. TT, I can't believe she said that. I cannot believe she said that. Even if it's true, sis. Wow. Wow. I agree, Glow Popper. Glow Popper said, Noy has a point, but she doesn't express herself well. Also, she doesn't seem to know how to compromise. I agree. I agree. Denard said, Noy wants Steve to cook, clean, and work. Girl, picks up. She wants him to do everything. And her excuse is, well, I work longer hours. That's not okay. That's not. Oh. Is she Olajuwon? Is she Olajuwon with the lace front? Because that's what it's giving, Noy. That's what it's giving. I will say this, Jamie. Jamie said Steve can get a job, but Noy still won't know how to communicate. I will say this. I don't know, even if he got a job and, she felt more secure, I feel like the way Noy is, I think she would find something else to be unhappy about. I think she just is giving misery. It's giving misery. It's like you're always going to find something because maybe you don't want to be in this. I don't see them making it. Sasha says Sriracha has been doing too much since the wedding with Steve, talking about sex. They didn't even know each other. Yeah, just nasty. Just nasty. It's very, very nasty. And I'm like, why, Steve? Oh, okay. Jamie H said, I think they purposely do not have them discuss finances. That's been a task in the past. I hope that task comes back and that it comes soon, because I don't see this working out with Noy and Steve unless you know what he got in the bank account. Yeah, that's what I said, Candace. He's a great communicator. So I just don't understand why the talk about finances is so shaky. Denard said Steve moves like Anna Delvey. Wish she could move. I honestly believe Steve is banking and had hidden money that he's not letting Noy know, seeing if she's a gold digger. That would make sense, Denard, because you know what? I have thought about that. I'm like, do you have a lot of money and you're holding that out because you want to make sure that she's here for you or here for the right reasons? I'm like, but at this point, dude, y'all married. Y'all from the talks with Dr. Pepper, you blowing her back out every night. So I mean, can you not trust her? I don't know. I do not know. Very confusing, Charlotte. Charlotte said, I think Steve is literally not working at all, but he's somehow covering 4 times more of the expenses than Noy. Confusing. Very confusing. What is the truth? What is the truth? Because I feel like if he's taking care of everything, if he's covering everything, why is she so nasty to you about that? Why is she resentful? Weird. Glow Popper said, the issue of Steve's income is such an easy one to clear up that I wonder if it's the producers encouraging Steve to stay vague. That could be a possibility as well. Because it's very confusing for me because it's just like one quick conversation can happen. I don't know if they're telling him to hold that until they have the finances talk or what, but I'm like, what is going on? Hey, Tony. Tony said, I just feel like Steve has become Gil of this situation with the storylines. He probably said all this, but it aired. I will bet any money once this show wraps, he will be like XYZ regarding his finances. Probably. But it's Kima. Could it be the show? Could it be that's why he's holding that? I don't know. It's just weird. It's just really, really weird. Really, really weird. Kimberly said, Noy emasculates Steve because she doesn't see him as a provider and what it means to be a man in her eyes. Kimberly, I think you're right on it. I think you're right on it because Noy was very open and honest about what she wanted. She wants to have 3 kids. She wants to have a nice house with a white picket fence. And I don't know if she wants him to pay for all of it, but I think she wants to make sure that he can handle it. And he's just not being open. Oh, you know what? Miss Brown Sugar, he did say freelance. He did say freelance. So I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. Oh, Naisha says he's purposefully being unclear. He's talking in circles on purpose. He just doesn't want to work. I do believe that because he said I will be bummed out if I have to go to get a full-time job. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear a husband say that. Oh, I gotta go to work. That bums me out. No, I'm sorry. No, that's not okay. That's not okay. Hey, KL. KL said, I don't think that Noy goes on social media to vent about Steve. I don't like that Noy goes on social media to vent about Steve. She acts like it's not about him when it obviously is. It's not funny, but the way Steve be stressing over her social media, like, that's not fair. Every post, he's like, is this about me? That's not fair. Glow Papa said, NikkiStar, what do you think about all these content creators filling the 3rd chair on After Party? Will you let us know if you get the call? Oh, I'll absolutely let you know if I get the call. Absolutely. Baby, we're going to make a day of it. We're going to make a day of it. I think they're trying to encourage. I think what they want to do is bring the viewers who watch content creators to their social medias because the Twitters and their TikToks or whatever, they're not doing too well. So what they want to do is use the content creators to bring that audience in and also just make it a bit younger and more interactive. That's what I think it's doing. But yeah, if they give me the call, I'll let y'all know unless I sign an NDA. But other than if not, sure. Oh, he sold software. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, thank you for being here, Adriana. Adriana said, I gave up on the show. I just watched the reviews and call it a day. Listen, this wasn't an episode to watch. It was very blah. Midwife said at this point, they need to do something different. I think they should adopt the way Australia does things and see if that works. Y'all seem to really like the Australia one. Miss Brown Sugar said, I really want to believe that they are just playing this conflict up for the show, but maybe not. You never know. You really, really never know. They could be playing it up to give us a misdirection, and they actually are successful, and they actually do work out, and Steve is actually a billionaire, right? You never know. Alicia said, I got to say again, the experts are sleeping or drinking on the job again this season. Yeah, I'm concerned. Hey, Charlotte, thank you so much for the super chat. Charlotte said, I'm dying at the Picasso on the side. Your commentary is everything I need, Nikki. Keep shining. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Listen, I want to know what Steve is doing. Oh, Kimberly said, I thought that the show was only renewed until season 17. We will see if it's renewed for more after that. Well, the way it's going, I think so. They just hired Keisha Knight Pulliam. They're doing this thing with the after party. I think it might. I think that this is probably one of the biggest shows on Lifetime. And I think they definitely will probably renew this for, another 10 seasons. I don't see the show going anywhere, to be quite honest with you. Hey, Dr. Lillian. Thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. Lillian H said, hello, Nikki. I always miss your live. Congratulations on your move. God bless you. Thank you so much, Dr. Lillian. Hey, Vicky. Vicky said, instead of telling Steve to work more, Noy should communicate that if he insists on working part-time, that income needs to be large enough to meet her needs and wants. She's acting childish right now. But again, how do we not know if they had the conversation or not? So we don't know. We don't know. Hey, Antilles. Thank you so much. Aloe vera juice and olive oil. That's it. That's it. Alicia said, do you think Chris is going to get a second chance? Please be nice with the answers to this one. I don't think so. And here is why. He really, he was good for ratings, but he's just, you can't control him, right? He's not even controlled. He's unpredictable. And I think that's just a liability for producers. So I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, wow. I'll say, okay, so KL said, my boyfriend lives in Boston. He's 40 and can't drive. So that's probably what the whole situation is over there. So Boston is probably a lot like New York. Oh my God, that's probably what's happening, LS. That's probably what's happening. Oh, that was Kat's sister-in-law. Now it's even weirder. Hey, Kimberly Rivers said, Steve's attitude is a turnoff too. He speaks very negatively about her. Really, I don't get that from him. I'll look into that next episode to see if I can see if I pick that up. Thank you so much, Shonda. Shonda said, please like the video and subscribe to get NikkiStar TV to 14K subscribers. Thank you so much. We're almost there, fam. Hey, Chaz. Chaz says, Chaz says, that's a good name for you, Chaz, if you want to do like a talk show or anything. Hey, guys, welcome back to Chaz Says. All right. Noy is going to get her heart's desire in the future with a man working 9 to 5. I bet she'll be calling Steve back quickly. Oh, did you mean that Noy isn't going to get her heart's desire in the future with a man working 9 to 5? I bet she'll be calling Steve quickly. Steve is more patient than most men would be with her. I agree. I don't know if she'll be calling him. I think she might regret it if it doesn't work out. These two comments. And then, bam. Brown Girl 44 said, his excuses don't make sense. He said they can't get to know each other if he's working. How does he think the rest of the world does it? I think what Steve is trying to say, he doesn't want to get a job while going through this process. That could be it. That could be why he's so vague, is because he doesn't want to mention the show. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what he's like, I don't want to get a job right now because I want to be focused on this process. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I do not know. It would, midwife Crystal. I don't know when he doesn't do that. Just show her your bank account. Just show her your bank account so she can chill. Hey, FR Will 126 said, you are absolutely right. Nikki, about Noy always finding something to be upset about, and that's why Steve doesn't want to go back to work just for her. Especially since work is a bummer. Steve is just like 9 to 5, really? I need to know if I like you. Brown Girl 44 said, nah, there is something infuriating about coming home from a hard day and your man is just sitting on the couch. Is he? Or is he on his hands and knees cleaning toilet bowls and then going to make her a nice dinner? That breakfast that he made her was very hearty. And Noy was sitting there with sushi like, I know that's right, boy. Steve was like, just because I'm home all day don't mean that I won't have to have this house together. But I will say this, Steve, it should be like when you hear them keys jangling, don't be laying down. Don't be laying down, especially if Noy is in this place. If you hear them keys jangling outside the door and you are laying down in your drawers, brother, hop up, run into the bathroom or something, and just come out with a toilet bowl scrubber and some gloves on. Hey, hon, I was just cleaning. You got home early. Listen, obviously she's bothered by that, so you're going to have to do something. Kimberly said on the after party, Noy said that they go back and forth like that. It was not for real. She also said that she doesn't want to give up her apartment because she came to Boston for a guy. Yeah. And they broke up when they got there. Hey, Sasha. Sasha said, Yasmina and Michael have so much potential. They are getting in their own way. I think so, too. I think they're a great couple. I think you guys have great sexual chemistry. I don't know why you both have not leaned into that, but I don't know. I do not know. Tony said, question, if we knew Steve had money, would this couple have anything else to bring to the show? Probably not. And that's probably why the producers are like, don't tell her. Don't tell her. You know what? FR Will 126, that could be it too. FR Will 26 said, Noy thinks Steve is being lazy because he's not working. I think he's living like a mid-retired person, and she's jealous he isn't working. I would be too if I'd be trying to be with him on the bed, LOL. That could be it too, right? She could be upset of the freedoms that he has when she does not have that. That could absolutely be it. At all, D. Whitman. At all. What's up, Sophie Chats-a-lot? Sophie Chats-a-lot said that the cast usually talks about finances. Do you remember Mika and Michael in The Lies? I remember Chris saying Steve's line of work was lucrative. I don't remember Mika and Michael. Was that season 11? Because I think I came in on 12. I think. Hey, JJD. JJD said, why would Steve go on Married at First Sight if he has bank? Their track record for long-term marriages is in the dumps. Use that money for a real matchmaker. Yeah, why? I don't know why he would do that. That is true as well, Sophie. Some people don't have to work full-time, especially tech-related jobs. That's very true. That's very true. That could be it, Tracy. That could be it. No, Kimberly, I think he's really here for the marriage. I think he's really here for the marriage. There is no way that Steve could survive Lindsay. There's no way. There's no way. We're less than 200 away from 14K, family. Like the videos. Let's share. Let's let this channel grow. We're looking to get to 5 million by the end of the year. It's early. We can do it. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. Miss Brown Sugar said, for me, that would be unforgivable. You can't agree to Married at First Sight and decide that you're going to withhold critical information. I get that, but if he's doing that for the show, then I hope Noy understands. Oh, Tony is over it. Tony is over the show. She does not want it to get renewed. Sasha said the only person with the only husband with a 9 to 5 is Ola. That's true. And even he is annoying. I would rather try with him. Oh, that is true. Who haven't I called on before? Who haven't I called on? I'm gonna get 3 more comments, fam, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Hey Sosa. D. Sosa said, I'm just done helping people who don't want help. If Katina is happy with that abuser, oh, good luck to her. No, we got to get her out. We got to get her out. We got to give her out. Sophie Chattelat says, Steve's website. I'm a sales engineer by profession, at times a software developer, photographer, videographer, content creator, music producer, wedding DJ, fun uncle, writer, seeker. I'm with Noy. Yeah, I'm with Noy on this one. I'm with Noy, and yeah, I just thank you, Black Lavender. Let me check my Insta. Oh yeah, that's the picture I saw. That's the picture I saw. That's the picture I saw, and that kind of makes me believe that Kat and Olajuwon are still together. I think so too, Midwife Crystal. Midwife Crystal said it's the rumors about Steve's job, what he does, and how much he has for me. It's their storyline. I think so too. I think so too. Let me. That's too many jobs. That's too many. And guys, I think he doesn't want to work full time because I think he wants to be like a music producer. I hope Steve is not trying to be a rapper or something. Like, that's the thing. That's what I was afraid of. I hope he's not saying, well, I don't want to get a 9 to 5 job because of my rap career or something like that. It's like, Steve, no. Mm-mm. I hope it's not something like that. I really, really do. We need to find out more at the reunion. What's up, Linda? Linda said, most people of wealth do not have a 9 to 5. They are usually entrepreneurs. Very true. Very, very true. But I don't know if Steve the DJ. Oh Lord. Yeah, I understand Noy. I understand Noy. Last comment, and then we'll wrap it up. Daphne said, I think they're all going to say yes, except Yasmin and Michael. Really, Daphne? Steve and Noy too? And Lindsay and Mark? That would be a shocker. That would be a shocker, but it would be really good for this show to have, some marriages stay together. It really, really, really would. Let's end right here. Thank you so much, Tracy, the NikkiStar TV General. Tracy said, shout out to the NikkiStar replay gang. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social media, guys. Tomorrow is Love After Lockup. Pray for me. Y'all know I had a hell of a time last week with Xfinity. I think I'm going to make the jump to YouTube TV because you guys gave me a lot of you have YouTube TV and you were really impressed with it. I had YouTube TV for a bit, like my sister had it, so I was able to work it a bit. So I might actually do that. But tomorrow I'm still going to have Xfinity. I think I'm going to branch off into YouTube TV next week. So we will see. So pray for me. Pray for me. My goal is to, right after that episode, do a live. I'm just letting y'all know I had difficulties last week. I don't know if I'll have them again. Fingers crossed, prayers up. Love y'all. Thank you so much for joining me again. So tomorrow is, oh, you know what? I think I might in the afternoon. It depends on when my long guy is coming. Gonna have a convo about the front and the back. We're gonna get this thing together. So it depends on what time he comes. I'm waiting for the confirmation. It's like 9:30 and I ain't heard nothing. So girl, who knows? But if that happens, I'm probably gonna move Young Black and Young African and Famous, Young Famous and African. I'm probably gonna move that live later down or earlier up. It all depends. Just watch my Instagram. Check my community tab here on YouTube to find out. But I do want to do Young, Famous, and African tomorrow. And pray for me about love after lockup. Ciao. Anyway, love y'all. Make sure you give your girl some likes. Make sure you share my content so we can have this channel grow. Thank you all so much for all you have done. Thank you all for your support. It means the world to me. Love you, Star family. Good night or good morning, wherever you may be. Bye. So long.